Alright guys, it is time. I got the RS3 set up on the quick shacks, and I'm going to change the oil. It's hit 1,000 miles. I know other people have different opinions, but I hit 1,000 miles babying this car, keeping it under 4,000 RPM. We're driving spiritedly up to there, but in between, never opening up, and we're going to change the oil today on the Audi RS3. Parts I have right here are what they recommend, the 5W30 full synthetic motor oil. Basically I got the filter already, and then I'm upgrading the standard drain plug that comes on this RS3 because it has a metal oil pan or a magnesium oil pan. I'm putting the gold plug on there, replacing it. I love this thing. So let's see, gold plug part number. What is the part number of this one in particular? This one is AP-08. Oh, guess what? It's actually the same part number as on the Golf R after I changed it to a metal oil pan and I upgraded it. So I'm going to get started. And of course, everything's already lined up. And let's take it up and away. That was full time. Okay, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. Now I can just set this down here and disconnect the hoses, and we'll get changing. I know the RS3 is a little bit different than the Golf R, even though they share the MQB platform. The oil drain plug or the oil drain and everything is underneath the car, so obviously you have to take apart a few Torx holes in order to get the skid plate off, and then you can get to the oil filter that's somewhere over here towards the front of the car, and the oil drain plug's back here somewhere. So we'll get started. Guys, looking down here, I've never taken off the skid plate. It looks like we have, and I just tested the size, these are T45 Torx screws, and it looks like you got 1, 2, 3 to remove there. 2, 3. And then you have Torx T25, removes all these little ones around here. 1, 2, and go in here, 3, and then you got over here 4, 5, 6, excuse me, and then 7. This piece right here in the front of the nose of the car. I'll get these off with my trusty Hercules. This thing is awesome, guys. Makes life a lot easier to remove these. Okay, piece of cake, done. Anyways, I'll get this all off, and then we'll be able to see under the car. Alright guys, I got the skid plate off. You did have to push over here, the little tab. You push these right over there, and then you can slip this thing off. Here's the underbody of the RS3, and like I thought, because I saw pictures of it online, unfortunately the oil filter housing is plastic under here. I can't wait till someone makes a metal-y version, but yeah, this is hand tight, this piece right here that apparently is probably covering the nipple part. Yep, and I have the kit to plug that in there and drain out the oil from there, so just put that on for a second. And there's a lightweight but at least metal magnesium oil drain pan. There we go. And that is a Torx T45, which I will not have to use anymore. This will be the first and last time I use this to undo this. I just measured it was a T45, just like the screws that were holding this in place. Oh, I might as well measure this. So for my 2018 RS3, if you guys are looking for a dog bowl mount or insert from 034, there's your size right there. Anyways, I'll get back to work. pretty self-explanatory. I know this holds eight quarts of oil, which is a thirsty fella. That's why this is in a daily driver car. And you know, that's a big filter housing inside there. I'll remove all that. You do not want to see the oil drain out. It's hella boring, but I'll get busy. Alright guys, this is what I got going on. So I removed the cover off to the side. I have to remove the lid from the oil cap filler lid. So then, and I pulled the plug so it can allow for easy flow down here. I got my big capacity cooling oil, oil catcher or whatever catcher. This is a 10 quarter. It's very nice. Make sure that thing's tight. I did make a mess because I forgot to take off the little cap over there at the corner. So it was going filling and then going bloop, filling, bloop, and popping up over the hole over there. So this is kind of nice as a drain hole. So if I dropped anything, it won't just drop in the oil. This is made by Schwab. It's pretty sick. Yeah. So that's the oil coming right out. Boring as heck. And I'm going to put the adapter on there later after this is done and patched up, and then I will drain the rest of the oil from this filter housing down, which is kind of a good idea in a way, because then you get all the bad oil coming out. But I don't like that it's back down here like the Golf is. Anyways, now I wanted to show you guys the gold plug in comparison to this plug. This is the stock factory drain plug. Yeah, nothing exciting about it. It's not magnetic at all. Nothing's magnetic about it, but this gold plug is. And notice the neck is a little longer because these magnets are so strong, it collects all the stuff right here. It doesn't collect along here, so it's not necessarily magnetic along here. So people worry, they go, oh well, if you screw it in too deep, then when you're unscrewing it, won't the debris and little bits of metal shavings and stuff get in between the filter and the threads and the thread of the oil pan? And it won't. If you look at gold plug's design, all the magnetic energy comes right off the tip and it collects right here. So you can see there's nothing, but right over here it is magnetic at the tip. Ugh, it's very strong as well. This thing can carry like 5-6 pounds. Like I got a heavy duty wrench to prove that. But yeah, the fitment is accurate, so this is good. And of course, yep. Stay away. So that's the good part about the patented of the magnetic drain plug of gold plug compared to the rest of the. I'm not getting paid by them. I just love them. I've been using them for years on all the cars I've had, even my parents' cars. So it's good stuff. You can when you change the next oil, you'll see all this stuff collect. You can wipe it off with your finger and put a pile of metal together. These work fantastic. Just in case you guys needed to know, this is the Metal Nerd pin manufacturer number 4057. This is the tool to drain off the oil filter before you can then remove the filter itself. I got this from a viewer that I saw that did this oil change, and yeah, it's pretty nice. It's got a metal tip. It lasts the test of time, that's for sure. Also, what I got as well is a wrench to remove the filter itself, because there's no real tool that fits around it that you can remove it. So that's going to be done over there too as soon as everything drains out right now. Alrighty, looks like this boy is drained out. Of course, make sure that you got the anything else in here. Like is that is not. Make sure that's not a crush washer that's sitting there, or that will cause some leaks. I don't think that's a crush washer. Yeah, that is not a crush washer. What's weird is that a crush washer? That's not a crush washer, is it? Anyways. Oh. Now I got the magnetic. Of course this is magnesium so it doesn't stick to this. But anything aluminum here. Oh, there we go. There's a metal piece. There's a metal piece. Aluminum, 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 metal. Oh, this looks like the diff drain plug right here. This is good to know. Just in case you guys wanted to know that. I'm not sure what size that is. Probably an 8. But anyways, let's go ahead and just plug this up. I think it's been long enough. Let's get that in here. There we go. That's easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There. That's it. That, my friend, is a 19. So we'll clean this up right here. We'll just tighten it to 22 foot-pounds, what I thought I saw. Which I believe I have my torque wrench somewhere next to me. Set at 22. So let's bucket out of the way a little bit. And we'll just tighten her down. 19 mil now instead of Torx T45. Unless you guys don't go with the gold plug, then the size is Torx T45 is the bolt. So let's just tighten this up here. I believe it's 22. That's what they said. Sure, awful tight. This is made in Germany right there. I guess we can get a parts number just in case you need it. Alright. Anyways, I'm going to get to this part now. Put on the tool, start draining this out. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the oil coming down right now. It's almost done. What I did was screw it up over there. So you can see the device right there. It's just hand tight. You feel a tension at a certain point, and then when you break the seal of the nipple up, then you just see this stuff start draining down. And what's interesting is I had this pinch thing right here. So when you didn't want the oil out, you know, you can just lock it like that and it will stop it. But when it was time for flow, I just went ahead and flipped that open the hose, and the rest of this stuff just comes draining down. By gravity anyways. Take a little while. But yeah, looks like it's almost done. Then it's a matter of removing that adapter back off, putting this lid back on, and then go ahead and remove with the plier tool that I have, and remove that thing off of there. Okay, we already drained that out, removed the housing. It was pretty easy actually, it wasn't on that tight. And we changed out the old what do you call that, O-ring and filter. Filter wasn't too dirty after 1,000 miles, but this is a peace of mind thing, so we can really drive the car. So I just let you know I got everything buttoned up now. We got the magnetic drain plug, gold plug in there. My honey took off the filter and everything. She changed this out. I trust her work. She's good. And we're just gonna fill up with oil, start it up, and then test it, test the filter, test the filler, and make sure everything's good.